The difficulty in Lost Ark varies a lot when you hit level 50. Chaos Dungeons? Easy. The Guardian Raids? Easy. The Abyss Dungeons? Nope, prepare for a group assignment where you have to work together to do the mechanics. MMO endgame content. Prior to the Abyss Dungeons, the only mechanic that was required was to get out of the fire. See the red? Get out of the red. That was it. Something that is pretty straightforward in this game due to the nature of the top-down controls. With the first set of Abyss Dungeons, there were two notable mechanics that stood out, as far as making a relatively large jump in difficulty. One is a meter that you have to pay attention to and clear it before it reaches 5 stacks. When it reaches 5 stacks, you die. Clearing these stacks requires coordination with the rest of the group because of the way the boss is designed. Only one player can clear their stacks at a time. Clear out of order, and you screw the group. The other mechanic is on a boss where he revives 3 times. When he dies, you have to select the correct orb, red or white. However, there are 4 different sets of red and white orbs that each player has to interact with on opposite sides of the map. Fail this, and the boss gets stronger when he revives. That's right, teamwork and coordination. Now, these types of mechanics are pretty typical in the MMO genre. It is also pretty typical that these types of mechanics can be frustrating. The general sentiment being, why am I suffering for something that other players are failing to do? Well, luckily, for those who have this sentiment, there is plenty of solo content. The solo content I'm talking about in Lost Ark is the Guardian Raids. Not only is Lost Ark a combination of Diablo and World of Warcraft, but now has a sprinkle of Monster Hunter thrown in. Guardian Raids is basically Monster Hunter. Now, I said that Guardian Raids were easy at the beginning of this video, and that's true for the introductory Guardians. The later Guardians are a considerable spike in difficulty and requires you to pay a lot more attention. This particular boss gives you no red indicators for its mechanics. No red here for the tail swipe. No red here for the other tail swipe. No red here when he jumps out of the ground. Ha! What you have to learn with this boss is that he interacts with you and your positioning. This particular Guardian is very sensitive about you being near his butt. He tail swipes you if you're behind him, and his tail is very strong. Guardians can also grapple you with no red indicator as well. Get grabbed, death. Get impaled, death. These moves in particular are very unforgiving. For my build specifically, where I have a maximum of 25% health, this means insta-death. Other builds may survive with no problem. I mean, look at this. I plotted at this particular moment to try and survive, but there is no hope. At the end of the day, the Guardian Raids are soloable. All you have to do is learn how to beat the boss. Pretty easy, right? So, does the jump in difficulty with these mechanics make the game actually good? It certainly makes the game better than the leveling experience, and the game is more interesting for it. Learning the boss mechanics and executing them well is very satisfying. As a group in an Abyss dungeon, it's very satisfying to complete the dungeon. For solo play and Guardian Raids, where you can go at your own pace, it's very satisfying to execute them as well. And you can choose to play the game your own way. Don't like groups? Do something else to get the same type of gear. This choice for the player is a huge plus of Lost Ark, and I highly recommend.
Hey, did you like the video? Cause you can like the video, if you know what I mean.